is said energy cannot be created and is not possible to destroy. That there can only be a change of form, a change in state.
You right?
A question to that: is it possible that this could mean life after death? Those unexplained events, the existence of ghosts in a series of the paranormal. We must travel deeper, if only to become further lost.
There might be something looking over my shoulder.
It was just there. Like, that's the weirdest experience.
That's why I'm here.
Of righteousness for my name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me.
They called her the Creeper Lady. She was known to come up behind guests and grab the back of their legs. A little bit freaked out. That something was just... I don't know. I just saw something over there.
Really drawn to you tonight, aren't they?
I know. Probably one of the coolest moments that I've experienced as an investigator was interacting with Jen upstairs. The infrared music box always goes off in this cell. Every time. It's been a weird day. I'm gonna roll this ball to you. Do you want to roll it back to me? Awesome. Now, Daniel's a little bit reluctant to turn the torchlight off. I don't feel like we're finished tonight as far as activity goes. So after reviewing some of the footage from the last time that we were up here, we've decided to come back for another night of investigating at Aradale Asylum. Did you hear a whistle?
Yeah, I heard
The
something.
audio, there's no one here. There was a whistle from down there, like a...
Yep, I heard it.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just ignoring it because we're trying to concentrate on this.
Just did it again.
Yeah,
We're gonna check it out.
yeah, why not?
So we're trying to do an explanation of tonight, our sort of part 2 at the asylum, that we want to make sure we're going to cover the men's ward, which is where we are right now, and we've got whistling coming from behind us, so we're scrapping this. I'm going to go check that out.
Yep.
Camera.
Don't know which way it was coming from.
This way. Let's hit it again.
Oh, we're heading down here, are we?
That's where it's coming from. Hello?
Magpie.
Ah. So I thought that that whistling noise that we were hearing may have been coming from down here, which interestingly is one of the most active spaces of the men's ward, but a place that we just cannot go. So we refer to it as the forbidden hallway. It's really obvious now that it's a magpie. It sounds like someone like walking along whistling. It's unsafe, we're not allowed to go down there, but some of the best reported activity is...
Really?
That wasn't a magpie.
No, that was somebody walking down there.
Whistles do get reported down here, that's why we came to check it out, but that's actually a magpie, not... But disembodied voices are something that I often experience up here, and the first one I ever experienced was actually from this hallway, and it was like a male groan. If there's anybody here, can you talk to us? Can you speak to us, please? the whole myth of ghost hunting needing to be done at night is exactly that. It's a myth. I think that there is changes in the atmosphere at night time, but ghosts are out through the day. It's fair to say, isn't it, Steve? Yep. Yeah. We get.
I don't care what time it is.
No. So even though, I mean, it's coming up on 7 o'clock, but why not get started?
Daylight savings time, does it?
We were trying to sort of film, just some setup parts for the episode. Just explain that we're going to be coming in men's ward tonight and get some shots of the men's ward through the day so you guys can see what it actually looks like in here. But yeah, primarily we're here to investigate. So we hear something, we're going to scrap the whole formal filming and actually come and investigate. So that's exactly what we're doing. So we were trying to explain before that we were going to be doing the men's tonight. That's one of the reasons that we've come back up to the asylum. We heard that noise, we've come to check it out. It's turned out to be nothing, but this is where we're going to be tonight. What an absolute place of horrors this is. One of the worst vibes of yucky feelings that you can get up here at the asylum. So this is the men's infirmary, another place on our to-do list tonight and another reason why we came back. There has been a spectacular capture in here by one of the guides that got something absolutely creepy on a mobile phone image. Given the image that was captured in here within this doorway, we've actually set up some devices down on the floor. We've got the prox box covering the door frame, got the static state and the Horus, and I've placed a small static camera up here on the ledge, so that's a full spectrum camera. I really don't like it in here. It's not a good feeling, and this is why we have Steve. Steve is going to do a solo investigation here inside the infirmary, and I would like to say that I am going to be safely outside. However, that's not strictly true, because one of the sort of first few times I came up here to actually start leading tours, I was sat on a ledge outside and something actually grabbed my shoulder right down my arm, and I jumped up thinking like maybe a possum had fallen down on me or something. Steve wondered what the hell was going on, and I could still actually feel where the fingers had grabbed me afterwards, and yeah, that was actually outside of here. So I'm actually going to wait out the other side, and Steve is going to have a walk around by himself. That's going off.
What's going on?
It said no, the phantom meter, the one in your hand.
Oh, okay. Energy detected.
Well, okay, good luck with that. I'll be out here, I would like to say in safety, but not strictly true. Scream if something happens, but make sure you keep filming. I will wait for the screaming to stop, wait for the sun to rise, wait for somebody else to turn up, and then come in and get you.
Aha. Oh, this feels fucking wrong. Can't see where I'm walking. That's better. Okay, what do we got here? A kitchen. Don't know where all this stuff came from. It's window glass and all the windows are there. Okay, what room have we got here? Anybody in here? Nope. Yeah.
Shall I be brave and sit down on this wall while I wait for you again?
Oh, if you want.
Because I was sitting right here, up against this wall, and Steve was down here. And whatever it was, like I had a hooded jumper on, so I felt it through that. Like it was like fingers going down my arm. I thought something had like jumped down off the ledge, but yeah, I reckon I'll sit. I'll be brave. I'll be the brave one, and I'll sit out here
Yeah, cool.
while you walk around the creepy infirmary by yourself. Cool.
Okay. Yell out if something grabs you.
Oh, I'll yell out. Don't you worry about that.
Is anybody here? Do you want to slam a door for me? Move a door? Yes? Oh, I'm waiting. Come on, you said yes on the device. That was an interesting noise. Come on, you can close the door for me. No. I don't think there's much happening in here.
Well, go sit in one of the cells, or in the room with the stuff in it, where that burnt man was captured up at the end, where we put the stuff. Just go sit down, and listen for a bit.
Yeah, okay. I'm in one of the rooms, sitting down. Sit and wait. Energy detected. Scanning. Is there anyone in here? No? Haha, funny answer. Is there anyone in here? Might have got something, might not have. Might have got something that I can't see. Won't know till we look at the footage and see what we've captured. There might be something looking over my shoulder. Who knows?
Last time we were here, we set up one of our full spectrum cameras monitoring this hallway. Even though it was a terrible one, asking the staff member to actually put a camera in the hallway here, and no guests were allowed into this area, and we left the static camera down, and at some point we captured something move past the pillar on the top of the stairs. No one was in here, and that camera was locked off. So that was pretty cool, because that would have been one of our first video captures, I would imagine. I mean, video captures are actually really hard to get. You could say, if you were to try and debunk it, that someone was just walking behind, but the infrared light is on the camera, and they would have to have walked between the camera and the wall in order for that shadow to be created. Would you agree?
Like you said, nobody was aware down there.
No. So tonight we're actually going to use our normal camera with a few things set up. We're going to leave it all running, leave it alone, head off, come back and see if it captures anything. Oh, there are people talking. I'm hearing people talking to you.
No. Now I do.
I can hear people talking. It's like casual, just, it's almost like a background music too. It's really weird.
Could be people in the houses.
Maybe. No houses on this side though.
Isn't they?
Nah, all at the back. Alright, see if we can get anything to happen. The men's ward here, they don't talk to me, so I'm not overly confident, but I think it's really important that we cover as much of the place as we can, but also show you that, you know, a lot of the time when we go out investigating, we don't get as much activity as we've been getting up here at the asylum, and so sometimes, yeah, there's no evidence to show. It's just as important as when there is.
Just got a real good orb going into that office.
Hello? Hello? Music box. Maybe not. I heard all these footsteps. I heard all those footsteps. It was like running. It was like...
Okay.
But yeah, that's the thing, like you don't always capture things. Like a lot of investigations we've been on, we've come away with absolutely nothing. We've just been very lucky that Aradale has been very forgiving, but that just proves it being one of the most haunted locations. I mean, the amount of death, trauma, tragedy here. Thought I just saw another apparition down there, coming out of that door. Like, the door's closed, but it flashed in the doorway. We're gonna split up. I'm gonna try and torment something to come down this hallway and scare the shit out of me.
Cool, I'll go for a wander.
You're not gonna get lost, are you? Do you know your way?
Nah.
Do not get lost.
Why?
Do you want some breadcrumbs?
Probably help. Okay, we've split up. Just hope I don't get lost. So, through here. Really don't know this place.
I personally don't usually get much activity here, so I thought maybe he might stand a better chance going off by himself. So I'm actually at the end of the forbidden hallway, and I've got a few things set up kind of just inside of that space. I've had this camera rolling there for a while, so it'll be interesting to watch that footage back, but yeah, so I'm just going to hang out here. Steve's actually gone off and he'll probably get lost, so we might have to go look for him in a little bit.
That's where that came up. Is there anyone here that wants to talk to me? Anybody? I've got a device in my hands that you can use to speak to me. I'm not going any further. I'm getting lost. What's this? Like a freaking maze in here. Is anybody here? Does anybody here want to talk? I've got a device in my hand. You can use it to speak to me.
So it's just like hearing something. I think it's Steve. So we'll go have a look. Steve?
Yeah.
Music box.
Music box. Well, at least you're getting something. I've got nothing down there.
You haven't got anything?
Nothing at all down that way.
It seems really quiet in here tonight.
Yeah. I reckon we should maybe try somewhere else.
Sound like a plan?
Yeah, somewhere else, anywhere. It's nothing up here.
Yeah. There's been some great things reported up here, but yeah, there's never any certainties, you know, when you do this. And we've been really lucky to already capture some really cool stuff and have some great experiences up here. So, as I've said before, I don't usually get much going on the men's ward. Maybe the camera picked something up, maybe one of them came out. Guys, you want to give us anything? I know you're not particularly friendly with me, but can you speak or make a sound for us? I appreciate you setting the music box off for me there. That's been there for a good sort of 25 minutes or so, according to the camera. We've had this before where we're like, oh, throw in the towel and then we do like the one more thing and something cool happens.
Yeah,
so
yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, probably won't now I've said it, but that's usually how it goes. That wasn't me. Oh well, at least I had the camera rolling. Reported that the pews on this side are known to move, bounce, rattle. Not something that I've personally experienced. However, every time I do come in here to investigate, I make sure everybody sits on this side. Did you get that side?
Yeah, well, I can see it.
Alright.
Oh, here, look.
I believe you. Wide angle,
look.
wide angle, right.
Hey, this side.
That side. So my thinking in here is that we do what I always get the guests to do, and to sit over here.
Yeah, sit over here.
And yeah, just see if anything happens. So the cat balls that do go off a lot, so I like to sort of strategically place them on places where if they do get pushed, they will fall off. But as you can see, it's not going to easily fall or be triggered. Is there anyone in here? Hello? If you're in here, can you give us a sign, please? Can you let us know you're here? Can you move one of these benches? Oh, cat ball. Excellent. Okay, so if there's somebody down there, can you roll that ball off?
Or maybe pick it up and throw it.
Okay, can you light this ball up again? Thank you. Okay, can you touch the green lights for me? Just the cat ball.
I think the ball's more exciting.
No worries. There's actually a real cold spot here. What about the ball down that end? Can you move the ball down there? Can you knock it off there for me? If you can knock the ball off there, we'll finish up and leave you alone for the night, because that would be amazing. Everybody would love to see that. If you're here, can you light that ball up for me, please? If you're around here and feel your energy, can you move this ball? Or the bench, even better, if you can move the bench.
Yeah, move the bench to make the ball fall off.
Can you knock that off there? There's something here. Can you roll the ball off the bench? Can you give it a push?
That wasn't the roof.
Come on, can you give it a push? Can you give something a push? You make a noise for us? Hello? A really good thing to observe when you're using ghost hunting devices is when they're going off, are they just going off all the time? Are they following a frequency, a pattern? Are they just going? Whereas if you see something go off and then it stops and doesn't do anything again, that's a good thing. However, it can be frustrating when you get all of this equipment and you take it out and it doesn't do anything all night.
Well, it's like you always say, it's like fishing.
It is like fishing, yes, but you should bring more devices in, that way at least hopefully one of them will do something. See, these balls have gone off a few times and they haven't gone off at all. You know what would be really cool is could you light both balls up at the same time? Can you light both balls up, please? No. It was worth a shot. Would have been pretty cool. So behind me is the staff hostel, or often referred to as nurses' quarters, and it's actually a building where no patients ever were. And it looks quite different to the rest of the asylum, and it was actually built in the 1920s, so it has a much more modern look both inside and out. There is absolutely fantastic activity that's often reported in this space, and I've actually experienced some of that myself. So with nothing better to do with my Friday nights, I decided to actually come up and just have a wander around. And I came down here and there'd been nobody in, so I actually unlocked the place to let myself in here. Came in, shut the door, and then all of a sudden I realized I can hear water running. I didn't notice that before, so the water's like absolutely flat out. And if you follow me, so this tap here had been turned on all the way and water was just absolutely flying out. I thought it's a bit strange. Not experienced anything like that before, so turned it off and we went down and set up some devices, and for a good, I don't know, maybe half an hour there was little interactions, things happening, nothing overly exciting, but devices were being triggered, and then everything just stopped. And we sat there for quite a while and not really paying attention to much and just talking rubbish like I usually do. And then all of a sudden it was already dark in the room, but it was like another darkness kind of just rolled in, and I noticed my heart was going nuts in my chest, but I hadn't quite clicked why. So my body had tuned into the environment before my brain actually registered what was happening. And when you looked around the floor, it was like dry ice, like the floor was like moving, and the energy was like when you get a really aggressive person wanting to like start shit with you, I guess, like right in your face, having a go, that adrenaline that you feel, it was like that. And the person I was with, before I'd even said anything, she was like, I just want to get out of here. I was like, yeah, the energy is really intense. So we actually need to sit and just kind of hold it together. Whatever this is, it's not your normal ghost. It's not your normal, sort of spooky chains. How would you describe a ghost, Steve? Like a normal ghost. What's a normal ghost? What? I don't know. What is a normal ghost? Whatever that energy was, it was really dark. I don't think it's your normal haunting. I think from a religious stance you could refer to that as demonic. That would, I guess, it was definitely my first experience with something that powerful and that actually follows a lot of the stories of things that are experienced in this building, as like 7-foot shadow figures, doppelgangers, like mimics. There's all kinds of stuff that happens in here that's really powerful. And I reckon that when people get bad hauntings, like that's the sort of energy they get in the house. And I tell you now, you do not want that in your house. So the downstairs of the building has a particularly different feel about it. It's very close into the ground, and it's believed that potentially this location is actually built on top of a mass burial pit from overflow of bodies coming out of the asylum when disease ripped through. We have set up a fair amount of the equipment in here. Just while I've been setting up, we've already had the infrared music box, which is down the hall a bit. That's already gone off a few times.
Yeah, you can't see it, but
Nah.
it's down to the left.
And that way Steve and I aren't going to accidentally false trigger it. It has to be coming from down the hallway past the music box.
Well, there's obviously something coming down the hallway.
It's all the way down there.
Okay.
This is exactly what happened last time. I'm just going to sit for a little bit now and wait and see if we can get anything to happen. Is there anyone down here? Can you come and join us, please? The temperature alarm has started going off in the kitchen. Okay.
There's no draft in there at the moment.
I couldn't feel one. So the prox box is what we've got set up in the kitchen at the moment that is monitoring the temperature, and the way that I designed that device is it's always comparing the current temperature to the last temperature. And the whole thinking in the design of the device was that if manipulation of energy is a way in which spirits communicate with us, often manipulation of energy can generate heat or generate cold spots, endothermic and exothermic reaction. And so it is quite sensitive as a temperature device in that it does have to detect a temperature change, like I've just got a serious cold spot right here, right now, in order to trigger. That doesn't necessarily mean that it is paranormal, but the idea is that it alerts you to look in that direction because I guess something could potentially happen, whether that's an apparition or something gets moved or an orb or anything. It would be really interesting to use that device with actually a static camera on it, which is maybe something we can have a look at setting up at some point.
You just got a box right in front of you.
A box?
Yeah, it's picked up another.
Face?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. If there's someone here, it's moving around. It's giving me goosebumps. I need a device here.
You know, on the cameras when they pick up.
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, that camera that Steve is holding at the moment is designed to track audio. So it actually puts a little green box on the screen to...
Yeah, that's a white box.
So when they're talking, it will bring up a box on the screen just to say that, hey, we're tracking that sound, hey, we're tracking that sound. And he was getting a box where there is no one. Unfortunately, I can't show you that because it's actually on the camera's display. All right, if there's someone around here, are you able to use one of these devices on the floor here to be able to talk to me? Are you able to interact with these devices? So this device here is full of words, and you can use those words to communicate with us. This one over here, you can say yes, and you can say no to us. So we can ask you questions to find out who you are, why you're here. If you have anything you want to say to us, we can try and figure that out. Are you able to interact with either of these devices? Are you able to talk to us at all? Or any of the devices in the room? The blue light, the green light. Who was setting the music box off before? Can you do that again for us? If there's anyone down there, are you able to play some music for us again, please?
Oh, we've got a cat ball going off.
Go look. Can you do that again for us, please? That's the first time it's gone off, hasn't it?
Hey,
We've been here quite a while. The music box was definitely going off before, and so I'm not sure why
Hey.
that's stopped. Have just seen anything on the night vision?
no.
Is there anyone here? Can you come and join us, please? You see, we've been here a while and it hasn't been constant like that. It did trigger a couple of times, but that temperature's constantly moving around it now.
Hey,
Can you do something else for us, please? Whoop.
Yep.
Thank you. Excellent, thank you very much. Okay, so if you're here with us, would you like to talk to us? Were you playing the music box before? Are you a child? Are you a child spirit? Yeah. Okay. Are you able to touch this ball over here? This one as well? Does that one work? Yeah, the REM pod again. Okay. Thank you. And again. Okay. Have you had a look at some of the other colours that are down here? There's the blue lights, the green lights, there's the lantern here. Have you seen the lamp? You can touch the lamp. There's the ball and the lights in the kitchen. Yeah,
likes the ball.
does like the ball. What about this ball over here? Do you like this ball over here as well?
You might be too close.
Yeah. I'll move back a bit. Can you touch this ball over here as well? Or one of the other devices that we've got? One of the other colours? Can you find some of the colours? All has stopped, including the alarm in the kitchen for the temperature. No cat balls, no music box, no temperature alarm, all stopped.
Probably used all its energy up.
Or making way for something else. This is what happened. With like the cat balls, music box and stuff going off last time, the static charge in the kitchen, and like, yeah, music box was in the hallway and there was things spread out and then it all just stopped.